Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself, MD Daniel Noshad, a student of MBBS. Today I have to give presentation about cardiovascular system in the class to the all students. So let's continue our video. Today I will show you. Today's my topic is cardiovascular system. It consists of lungs, heart, and organs, tissue. Okay. First, we talk about heart. Heart is located in thoracic cavity. There, the heart base is apex side, upward, superiorly, and inferiorly, left side is apex part. Then there is a relation. Anteriorly sternum, it heart connected by sternum, and posteriorly by vertebral column, and laterally by lungs, and rests on the diaphragm. Their external features. There is a cone shape and fish-like shape. Okay, and there is a 5 inches length and 3.5 centimeter width, and the two third part of heart is in left side or the mediastinum, and 1/3 part is the right side. Base is the posterior side now. Base, base, posterior side.
उस साइड खड़ा हो जाओ उधर से क्लियर दिखे हाँ
And there was a 3 border. Right border, left border, and inferior border. Right border on the right atrium, and left border on the left ventricle, and inferior border is right ventricle. Right ventricle. Yes.
Not inferior.
Yes. And there is present 3 groups: pulmonary salus, which separate the arteria from ventricle. Arteria from ventricle, we show in this. And there is 2 anterior and posterior interventricular sali, which interverticular septum between the 2 septums. And the weight of the heart in male is 280 to 340 grams, and in female 230 to 280 grams, and in infant 20 to 25 grams. There is the lungs, and between the lungs is present the heart apex, and there is a pulmonary trunk and superior vena cava, and behind this inferior vena cava. This is the right border on the right atrium and right ventricle on the inferior border, and this is the apex and left border and the aorta. There is the pulmonary artery, left chronic artery, and there is the circumflex artery, which is present on the grooves, and greater cardiac vein, and left anterior descending artery, coronary sinus, and inferior vena cava, right coronary artery, auricles, and superior vena cava. Auricle present above the atrium, this side. The structure of the heart, right atrium. Right atrium is present at the upper.
There is right atrium.
Right atrium. It receives the deoxygenated blood from inferior and superior vena cava. Then it goes to the right ventricle and then to pulmonary trunk. Okay. And the opening between the right atrium and right ventricle is tricapsid valve.
Yes.
And we come to the right ventricle. Right ventricle is a triangular chamber. The lungs through the pulmonary trunk, the left atrium. Left atrium receive oxygenated blood from the lungs, and then proceed to the right left ventricle by bicapsid opening. Left ventricle receive oxygenated blood from the left atrium and pumps to the aorta, and it goes to the ascending, descending, and then organ. Here is the pulmonary wall, which carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. And is the right atrium, and the tricapsid, right ventricular, left ventricular, and mitral valve also called a bicapsid valve.
Yes.
The left atrium, and here some essay note, we talk about later. Structure of the wall. There is the 3 layer present in the heart. There is endocardium, myocardium, and epicardium. Endocardium present inner layer of the heart, which is thin, smooth, and is squamous, simple squamous layer of connective tissue. And then myocardium is the middle layer, the thickest layer.
Muscular.
Yes, a muscular layer. It divides the right and left ventricles. And third one is the last epicardium, outer layer. It's the visceral layer, serous pericardium. Mesothelium, synaptic proliferation, outer layer is the solar vessel end, and it is the pericardium. The outer part is covered by the pericardium.
Yes.
The visceral layer of pericardium.
Pericardium has how many layers?
Not three layers. One fibrous and one serous. They are divided into two, parietal and
Serous
vesical.
divided parietal and serous.
There is the layer. Common epithelium, loose connective tissue and endocardium tissue. There is the epicardium, myocardium, thickness and muscular, and endocardium. Systematic and pulmonary circulation. Systematic circulation carries oxygenated blood from the heart, the body, and return deoxygenated blood back to the heart. From the left ventricle and it goes to the aorta. Left ventricle. Systematic starting from the oxygenated blood. We go to the aorta, arteries, arterioles, and capillary, where the oxygen is consumed. The gas exchange occurs in the tissue and nutrients also. Then it goes to the venules, veins, and then come to the heart of the right atrium by the inferior vena cava. And also superior vena cava is come from the upper part of the body. Yes. Then pulmonary circulation. Right? Because the heart of the woman is double circulation. After systematic, come to pulmonary. Yes, it's come to the right atrium, then it goes to the right ventricle by the tricuspid wall, and then it goes to the pulmonary artery.
Yes.
It goes divided into two, right and left, and then goes to the lungs, where the carbon dioxide diffuse to the alveoli, and that is carrying oxygen blood, and then it comes to the right left artery.
This one, pulmonary circulation.
A systematic will continue after left atrium. It goes to the left ventricle. Then go to the left ventricle and then goes to the aorta, ascending, descending, and arteries, arterioles, and then. The naming of this is circulation. This is pulmonary circulation. It starts from the right ventricle, then goes to the lungs, and then there the oxygenated blood comes to the left atrium, and then it goes.
Systematic circulation.
Yes, ma'am. There is a aortic arch. There is a pulmonary wall, I said earlier, and this is superior and inferior vena cava. One major point in the right atrium. There is two types of muscle in the right atrium mostly because of the flow of superior and inferior vena in the like opposite direction. It goes there and there. So it's maintain this flow to here is the two at the posterior wall. Yes, ma'am. The posterior wall of heart is plain and smooth, but the anterior part of the heart is the comb-like muscle, which help him to move to the tricuspid wall. Yes, ma'am. This aortic aorta is given to the three major arteries like left common carotid artery, bicephalic artery represent
Protocephalic.
yes, ma'am. And this is the left subclavian artery. Yes, ma'am. Vessels of heart. There is the coronary, right coronary artery and coronary veins. Coronary artery mostly present in the grooves.
Yes.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
many grooves?
And three.
Anterior surface.
Anterior,
Three.
anterior, posterior, and
Inferior surface.
coronary
And
sulcus.
also
Yes.
palm sulcus. Yes.
This. It supply the muscle and branch of the ascending aorta. There is the ascending aorta supplied to the branch. It supplied by the this one, this here one.
Yes. This one.
Yes, ma'am. So only have to coronary artery and there is a left artery, descending artery. Great cardiac vein is the coronary vein.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Heart electric conduction system.
Conduction system.
It started from SA node. Yes, ma'am. It's
Yes. Where
present
is
on
SA now?
in the right atrium on the right side, upper right side. And firstly, SA node upper on the right atrium generate electrical impulse 60 to 100
Yes.
as a normal. Then it goes to the AV node, atrioventricular node. This
Where
is
is after ventricular now?
is present before the septum, ventricular septum, and the right
Atrius.
lower left corner of the right atrium. And then it's go to the AV node. It's divided into two, right and left bundle of his.
Yes.
We say
Please.
bundle of his, and then it's divided into Purkinje fiber, which run all over the
All the ventricles, yes?
yes, no, all the ventricles with the contraction and the relaxation. And sounded the heart, it protect and reduce friction as the when heart beat. The layers of pericardium, there is two, fibrous and serous. Fibrous is one outer layer, tough, inelastic, dense connective tissue and overfilling of the heart, anchor of the heart, surrounding hearts, the diaphragm, central trondon, and there are vessels.
Outermost, yes?
Yes, ma'am. Aorta, pulmonary trunk, and vena cava. Serous pericardium, inner double layer wall. There is two layers, parietal and visceral layer. Parietal layer attached to the fibrous, okay ma'am, and visceral layer to the heart, and which goes to the base and attached to the fibrous, and it rests on the diaphragm.
There is a pericardial
Cavity. The space between the parietal and visceral layers covers 10 to 50 micrometers. And function the heart, it sealed from the heart from trauma and infection to the heart directly, and hold the heart position mediastinum and limit the heart expansion, certain blood volume increase and pericardium flow, minimize wear from postal movement. Oh, sorry. The pericardium. This is the fibrous layer, then parietal layer of serous pericardium. This is pericardium cavity, and epicardium, visceral layer of serous pericardium. The anomalies of the heart. Heart anomalies refer to the irregular and abnormality in the structure friction of the heart. It's pre-birth or after birth. There are some pre-birth anomalies. There are some only. Congenital heart defect. This is the first ASD and VSD. ASD means arterial septal defect. The hole in the right atrium. It doesn't matter right or left. And ventricular septal defect. The hole in the ventricular, right or left. Okay, ma'am?
Also oval opening defect, yes?
Yes, no problem. Arrhythmesis, irregular heart rhythm. There's 3 or 4, 5. There is arterial fibrillation, rapid heart rate increase, and it heart failure and a stroke failure. Okay, and then ventricular tachycardia. Tachycardia means increase the heart rate. Increase heart rate. Tachycardia. There is a ventricular tachycardia. The faster rate in the lower part of heart is right or left ventricular. Okay, depending on the case. And there is a bradycardia. It is the abnormal heart rate under
Decreasing,
60, decreasing under 60.
Yes.
It's also ventricular arterial.
It's conducting system.
Conducting. Yes. Atherosclerosis. It's a below Phillips. There is a cholesterol and fat deposit on the heart. In the arteries and leading to the narrowing in potential, causing blood blockage of the arteries. And there is the coronary artery disease. When the coronary arteries are narrowed or black, it can lead to the chest pain and heart attack. In the coronary artery disease, which is supplied by the aorta, directly to the heart. And then left side heart failure. The left side of the heart is unable to pump the blood. Then it's causing the fluid build in the lungs. Right side heart failure. When the heart fails to pump blood to the lungs, leading to the fluid within abdomen and legs. Because right side supply to the blood, lungs and come from the inferior vena cava from abdomen and legs. That's why it affects the abdomen and legs. And then the pericarditis. Pericarditis, inflammation of pericardium.
Yes, pericardial cavity.
Which can cause chest pain because the most of the nerve and arteries attached to the pericardium. That's why it's feeling chest pain. And dilated cardiomyopathy. The heart becomes enlarged and weakens, reducing its ability to pump blood effectively in the heart. Restrictive cardiomyopathy. Wall of the heart becomes stiff and lead to the diastole defection. When the heart is diastole, comes from the relaxation phase, it stops the relaxation, and that's why reducing the ability to feel blood circulate during diastole. And there are some diagnose and detection: electrocardiogram, we all know ECG,
Yes.
and cardiac MRI, and CT scan, cardiac catalyzation, and chest of the X-ray. Yes.